Bonjour et bienvenue sur Nzela, Australie. Une fois de plus, c'est moi Patrick Kazadi et je suis là pour vous guider, pour vous orienter et pour vous donner des informations sur les genres de visa que vous voudrez acquérir afin de venir ici en Australie. Alors aujourd'hui, pour continuer, j'aimerais remercier tous nos abonnés qui nous suivent de partout au monde et particulièrement aujourd'hui, j'aimerais saluer Maman Olga qui est notre fan numéro 1. Elle, vraiment, elle est en train de nous supporter comme il le faut. Elle est en Afrique du Sud et là où tu es, je te salue et que Dieu te bénisse pour tous les efforts que tu fais afin que cette chaîne puisse aller de l'avant. Alors aujourd'hui, nous avons notre invitée ici. Elle vient du Kenya. Nous allons beaucoup plus parler avec elle sur le visa d'études. Elle va nous donner toutes les informations en ce qui concerne le visa d'études et nous allons le faire en anglais pour aider l'audience qui nous suit à partir de partout où vous êtes afin qu'il soit éclairé en anglais et en swahili aussi, comme il y a des ceux-là qui nous ont demandé à ce que nous puissions faire la vidéo en anglais et en swahili. Alors sans plus tarder, je vais saluer notre invité et je vais lui donner l'opportunité de se présenter afin que nous puissions continuer avec notre vidéo. Welcome on Nzela, Australie, and today we have a very special guest who comes from Kenya. She's going to speak to us about her journey coming from Kenya all the way to Australia. She's going to tell us about the details and information on how to acquire a study visa to move from Kenya to here or wherever country that you are from. And yeah, we're going to speak about that. And today I would like to give an opportunity to introduce herself. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My name is Goldine Achudi. I am from Kenya and I can speak both English and Swahili. Jambo, watu wangu wa Kenya, watu wangu wa Congo, karibuni sana kwenye kipindi hiki cha leo. I am a student who is in Australia. This is my third year in Australia and welcome, and I hope what I share today will be beneficial to you at home or to you wherever you are in every part of the world who wants to come to study in Australia. So welcome very much and thank you for having me.
Thank you. You're welcome and thank you for honoring our invitation. How was your day, by the way?
My day, it was quite chilly. We are in winter.
Yes.
But it was quite good. I thank God for today.
Thank you very much for honoring our invitation and we're so happy to have you here with us today. And without any further ado, we're going to start with our show today. We're going to ask you, you've spoken already about your background. You're from Kenya.
Yes.
And I'd like to know, how was life back in Kenya? Tell us a bit more about your family, how many siblings you have, stuff like that. We would like to know more about who is Goldine.
Thank you. So that is a very personal question, but thank you very much. So
okay.
My name, as stated earlier, my name is Goldine Achudi and I come from a family of 5.
Okay.
We are 3 siblings. My sister is Gifting Asiyo. She is in Australia today.
Wow.
And my brother is Gailey Akivaga.
Okay.
And my mom is Dr. Mary Malenya. She is a doctor in linguistics. She's a university lecturer. And my dad passed away last year.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
That's okay, no worries. It is life and it does happen.
Yeah.
So I come from Kenya. We've lived in Nairobi, but originally I come from Bungoma County.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is a county, like a region or a part of Kenya called Bungoma County.
Okay, that's really good.
Thank you.
So what were you doing before you came to Australia?
Before coming to Australia, I am a humanitarian and I went to school at St. Cecilia Girls High School, Misibo. This is a mission school and it's a girls' high school. And when I finished my high school, I went to university and I did a bachelor's in sociology and psychology.
Okay.
And I got a first-class honors from Moi University. Then after that, I started doing humanitarian work in terms of helping to build and empower communities, especially at-risk young girls in the community.
Okay.
And then through my work in working with girls and working with vulnerable children and youth, I got a scholarship to come and study in Australia.
Okay.
Yes, so back in Kenya, I did a lot of voluntary community work as well. Yeah, I worked with the Return of Sisterhood support group as their coordinator. So this is a community-based organization where we do help young girls who are at risk of early marriage, young girls who are struggling with sexual and reproductive health issues. So through that, now I got into the NGO world, working with non-governmental organizations. So basically, yeah, that is my life in Kenya.
That's quite a story there.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know, before coming to Australia, before you got your scholarship to come to Australia, is Australia something that you dreamed about, or it's just happened because you got the scholarship? Because I believe when growing up, everyone has their dream. Some of them will say, okay, I'm gonna study in my country, and when I finish, this is the job that I'm gonna be doing, that some of us dreamed of going, to some other country to further our education.
Yes.
But when it comes to you, did you dream about coming to Australia, or did you come here just because you got offered the scholarship?
First of all, let me just clarify that I got the scholarship after I had applied.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so this was a scholarship that you get after you've expressed interest in studying in Australia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we got into a competition and we wrote essays for us to get it.
Okay.
Now, Australia for me, it was not a country that was initially in my line of thought, but in my life, I knew I wanted to grow. I knew I wanted to improve my life through education, and I wanted to use education as a tool to get out of poverty and a tool to improve my life. So I knew I wanted to use education, but initially I was looking at countries like the USA or Germany, and I discovered Australia through my sister who came here to study as well. And because so many people were talking about it, and I looked into it, and it became now a valuable option in my line of thought, in my thinking. And after looking at what it has to offer, then I knew that I wanted to come to Australia to study.
Yeah, that's really good.
Thank you.
And I would like to know, if possible, can you please take us through the process of applying for the student visa coming to Australia? If possible, can you please take us through that process?
Okay. First of all, I'd like to say that the information that I'm giving out is solely based on my experience.
Okay.
So this is a personal experience that I went through. Initially, you have to look at the eligibility to become a student in Australia. There is an eligibility and there is a criteria of what you want to study. After doing a bachelor's in sociology, I wanted to come and advance my studies in the same field. I wanted to do a master's in social work or a master's in community development. So what I had to do, I looked at the requirements, and when you look at the Department of Home Affairs of Australia, there are requirements that are outlined there for what you have to do or what you want to study. So I looked at the universities that are available in Australia where I could pursue my dreams in terms of getting a master's. And one of the key requirements was to get my English test done. You have to prove that you are capable to speak in English, and you are literate in terms of English language. So there are several exams that you can do to prove your English literacy levels. The number one exam is IELTS. So the IELTS exam it's offered by the British Council, and you have to do, and there are several grades ranging from a 9, and the lowest is a 0, but you can try and get the highest you get, the more eligible you are, and the more it is acceptable for you to study in Australia. So for the course that I wanted to do for like social work or community development, you had to get a band score of 7 in each band area, where you have to prove your proficiency in speaking, in writing, in reading, and in listening. So this examination is offered in Nairobi, and I did it in Nairobi, Kenya. But you can also do it, before you could do it as a hard copy, handwritten, but at the moment, from the changes that have happened, you only have to do it online from in your computer, for all the areas in the IELTS exam. Apart from the IELTS exam, we have the PTE. So the Pearson's English test, that one you also do areas. They test you in all the key areas of language proficiency. So after that, after proving your proficiency in the English language, now you have to express your interest in terms of now wanting to study. You have to apply. What do you need to apply? Number one, as we said earlier, you have to put in your English test that you did. Number two, you have to put your education qualifications. If you're going for a bachelor's degree or a diploma or a master's, you have to provide all your certificates that you've achieved from your lower levels of education. If it is primary school, high school, and the certificates that you have to send them to the university, and they have to prove that truly you are a genuine student and you're eligible to study. So after that, they will give you an offer letter. An offer letter, this one, it will be sent to you maybe by an agent, and this all depends. You can either apply to come to study to Australia through an agent, or you can do it by yourself. But in my experience, most of the universities that you go to Australia, they will want you to apply for school through an agent. They have agents that they have a memorandum of understanding with them, so you apply through an agent. So agent ni kampuni ama ni mtu ambaye ata apply shule kwa niaba yako. So huyo mtu wapo wengi sana, and in Kenya it is very common. We have so many trusted agents. For my case, I used an agent called Envision Australia Education Agency. So they really helped me in terms of knowing what I wanted, knowing what each and every university wanted, and usually the agency ambayo umechagua ina makubaliano na university, so they know what they want. They know if the dates for the applications, if they're still on, and if enrollment is still ongoing. And for any student wanting to come to study in Australia, I would tell them to start early. Applications start early. You know, if I compare the enrollments in Australia and in Kenya, where you can go and apply and get in like 2 weeks, the process is very seamless in Kenya, but in Australia you have to start applications early. So after that, if after the school now sends you the offer letter,
so that means from the list of universities that you've seen on the website and all that, after your research, from that list you choose at least one university where you want to apply for.
Exactly. You choose one university, or in my case I chose 2 universities just to increase my chances. So after going with the 2 universities, because they're really wonderful universities in Australia, and most of them met my criteria of what I wanted to study in Australia. So to increase my chances, I applied to 2 universities. So out of the 2 universities, I only got an offer letter from 1 university. So that also means that you can apply to 2, but you can get only one. Exactly. So a university can choose you, and you can choose a university. And I'll tell you why. Maybe towards the end of this conversation, I'll tell you why it was very important for the university to choose you. So after now getting that offer letter, you have to accept the offer. That is the other thing. After accepting the offer, you have to pay the school fees within a few days. You have to pay the school fees for you to get a confirmation of enrollment letter. So those are totally 2 different things. So after you get the offer letter, you have to accept. If it is online, if it is the agent doing it on your behalf, the agent has to accept it on your behalf, and then you have to pay the school fees.
Now, with regard to the school fees, do you have to pay for the entire year, or do you have to pay, let's say, for the first semester?
That is a very good question, and thank you for that. So when it comes to school fees, as a student, you have to prove that you are capable to study in Australia. How do you prove you're capable to study in Australia? By having a bank statement. A bank statement must prove that you, as an individual or a sponsor, or your family, or somebody who is willing to sponsor you for this education is capable of raising the equivalent of the amount that you will use during your study, your school fees, and all the amount of money that you need, be it your staying expenses, your living expenses. During the time I was coming, that was in 2023, I needed about 70,000 Australian dollars for that. Yeah, it's quite.
That's for the entire process of you studying here, or
for the entire process, you need to have this money in the account.
Wow. Okay.
Not your account, it could be your parents' account, it could be your sponsor's account. You need to have this money. So, and before you get the offer letter from the university, they confirm that you have this amount of money. For some universities, they do not need this amount of money. So in my case, it was 70,000. At the time, I hear it is more. It is actually 86,000 because of the inflation rates and the higher cost of living. It is different. So during that time, they confirm that you have this amount of money. This is part of the eligibility criteria.
That is just with the university.
With the
you haven't moved to immigration side.
Hallelujah, we have not touched the visa. Yes, so, but by God's grace, we do it. So after that, now, after you've paid the school fees for one semester, for the first semester. So after that, you pay the first school fees. At the time, it was about 15,000 Australian dollars. So we paid the amount, and after paying the amount, now you get a confirmation of enrollment letter. After getting the confirmation of enrollment letter, now you're done with the university, and now you go to the Department of Home Affairs. Yes, now we go to the visa. Under the visa requirements, you through your agent, or if you're applying by yourself, through you yourself, you have to apply for your visa so that you can now get the visa, the student visa. Now, how do we get this student visa to come to Australia? You go through the Department of Home Affairs, you apply for your student visa, you pay some amount. So today is the 1st of July 2026, and just today there are new figures that have been updated in terms of the price of the student visa. As we speak right now, it is 2,500 Australian dollars to pay for your student visas. So whether you get the visa or not in the long run, you have to pay this amount of money. So after applying for that student visa through your agent or yourself, now you have to do fingerprints. Your prints have to be taken.
Going back to the application.
Yes.
Would you recommend someone to do the application themselves, or would you recommend someone to do it with an agent? Which option is much easier for one to do?
In my experience, okay, I'll say this in my experience and maybe from general knowledge, I think most agents are quite knowledgeable. They have been in the game for a while. They do have a lot of information that you as an individual or a student wanting to come to Australia may not have. So, and also they do know the deadlines, they know what to do, and they have experience. Therefore, I would recommend definitely using an agent. Because if you're new to Australia, navigating the portals and the websites could be hard for a new student coming to Australia. So after that, after now applying, in the application process, you upload so many documents, and this is a requirement. It is stipulated. It is the law. So that is what we had to do. So number one, you have to upload your bank statements. After uploading the COE, the confirmation of enrollment that the university has accepted you, you've paid the school fees. Now you have to upload the confirmation of enrollment letter from the university. You have to upload the bank statements that the Home Affairs have to prove that you can come to Australia, and then also you have to upload some letters to show maybe the relationship of the person who is now sponsoring you. If it is your parents, if your parents are the ones sponsoring you, do they have an income? And how do they get this income? And if the money you're coming to Australia with, if the money is a loan, you have to upload a letter showing that this is a loan, and this loan will be paid in this manner. Yes, and the bank account has to be an active bank account. Yes, so those are the things that they look for. I may not have like all the key details, but from my experience, this is exactly what we did. Yes, through our agent.
Through your agent.
Yes.
And all this process here, was it? Because I'm trying to understand. You said you came here on. You got a scholarship. So, is this part of the scholarship, or this is just before you got the scholarship? because I'm trying to get my head around.
This is before the scholarship.
This is before the scholarship.
Yes,
Okay.
I applied for the scholarship, but I didn't know I would get it. But I wanted to come to
So
Australia.
it's two
anyway.
different processes.
These are two different processes.
Oh, okay. So first of all, you did it on your own with the agent.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
then for the process of getting a scholarship,
Yes,
it's on the side as well. So
That is on the
you
other
were
side.
you were doing two things at the same time.
of course you have to.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. So this process was done sometime around March. Yes.
3 years ago.
Yes, 3 years ago.
Okay.
But for the scholarship, we started applying it in May.
Okay.
So it is that having that patience,
Mm-hmm.
and hope and faith.
So what's really prompted you to apply for the scholarship as well? Because you're already busy with the process of getting the visa.
Yes.
Yeah. So what came to mind for you to apply for the scholarship as well?
It is faith. I can tell you it is God.
Okay.
Because number one, I did not know I would get the visa.
Mm-hmm.
In this
Yeah.
process, you can never be sure.
Yeah. You can never be sure. Yeah.
But in my mind, I was like, if I told I get this visa,
Mm-hmm.
let me apply for the scholarship because it is
Yeah.
an opportunity that is
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Therefore, as a student, I would say you always have to be proactive.
Mm-hmm.
Proactive in the sense that
Yeah.
if I get this opportunity to study in Australia, what are some of the skills that I have that will be able to help me, or what can I offer to the Australian market?
Yeah.
So in this case, I was hopeful and I had faith, and this is an opportunity that was there.
Yeah.
It was online. Therefore, after finishing with the visa application process, after finishing doing the medicals and the fingerprints, then this opportunity presented itself.
And how did you get access to the information regarding the scholarship? Because one will be watching this and will be like,
Yes.
okay, she's talking about how to get a visa.
Yes.
But as to get a scholarship, where do I get that information from? What would you say to them?
Okay. So I'll finish first with the visa process.
Yeah.
So after applying for the visa through your agent,
Yep.
you now have to do your medicals. That you have to go to, if it's Nairobi, you go to the IOM in Gigiri, where this is a specific place where you get your tests done for your medicals, and they have to check if you have diseases, maybe tuberculosis. They have to check if you're healthy enough. You have to be healthy enough to come to Australia. And then after that, I like your chuckle. You have experience in that.
Yeah.
And then after that, you have to do your fingerprints.
Okay.
Then you go into the period of waiting and patience. And for me, I started crying.
Your fingerprints.
Yes.
Do you go to the Australian embassy? Is that where you go?
No. There is a place in Kenya where you go for the fingerprints.
Oh, fingerprints. So you do it
You do it in Kenya.
in Kenya, not
Yes.
with the Australian side of it.
You
Okay.
do it. You do it in Kenya, and you also need to have a certificate of good conduct to show that you are in good conduct. You have no brushes with the law.
What other people call police clearance.
You're right.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes. So in Kenya, it's called certificate of good conduct. Thank you for that. I really
Okay.
appreciate that. So after that, now we wait. Now in the period of waiting, I was going through online, and because I like to study, I like to read articles, and I was doing research. I do research. I saw this scholarship pop
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
Yes. So this is information that you find online.
Yeah.
Honestly, I found it online through LinkedIn. We have social media platforms such as LinkedIn, such as Instagram. Sometimes you find these opportunities, and these opportunities, they can also be sent to you by friends.
Okay.
Yeah. So this particular one, I found it online as I was doing my research.
Yeah.
So when I found it online, so I applied for it, and now the whole process of applying for it, you have to prove that you have been influential in your community and you wanted to change your community one way or the other. So I stated earlier that I had taken part in humanitarian work in Kenya in terms of helping at-risk girls who are vulnerable and were living in conditions that were not good. So so through that now, through my work and through the work that I was doing in other areas as well, then I was able to get the scholarship. It is called the WA Premiers Award Scholarship.
Okay.
Yes, that I got it, and I thank God for that. Yeah.
Through the process of applying for a visa,
Yes.
what are the challenges that you encountered, and what are the mistakes that you'll say to someone, okay, these are the things that you need to avoid if you really need to get a visa? What are the challenges that you personally went through, and what advice would you give to someone who might be facing the same challenges? What can you say to them?
I think the best decision a student can take is to have the right people and have the right person helping you with the process.
Okay.
And that is your agent.
Okay.
What is the role of the agent in this case?
Yeah.
Your agent is the one who should be at par with the changes that are happening within the system that will impact the outcome of your visa.
Yeah.
Why is the agent important in this case? Number one, choosing your course. Because things that a student can do that can make them not get a visa would be maybe doing a course that does not align with with your background.
Yeah.
For example, I did my bachelor's in sociology. What are the courses that I can do around my field?
Yes.
I can do social work, I can do community development, I could do community service.
Yes.
But if I am a sociologist and I want to apply for nursing, then that might impact the outcome of the visa. Number two, the agent is very important in terms of knowing the trends that are going on. It may be as simple or as technical as choosing the correct university. For example, you might choose a university that does not offer the course that you want, or does not have enrollments in that particular time. There are universities that offer courses only in the February intake and not in the July intake.
Okay.
So that might impact the outcome or rather delay the whole process.
Okay.
And then number two, your agent needs to be like an institution or a person who has understandings with the universities as well, and also they need to be proactive. Tunasema chap wawe makini kwa Kiswahili. Wakiwa makini na wakijua ya kwamba kama hiki kinahitajika, maybe the department reaches out for further or more information, then they reach out to you, we need this and this, or they know that if we do not provide this, tusipopeana hiki hautapata. Kwa hiyo agent ni mtu wa msingi sana. Then number two, providing accurate and correct information. If there are any disparities with the information you're providing, then there are chances that the case officer who is working on your case might see that that you're not genuine, you're not a genuine student. The time when I was coming, we were writing something called a statement of purpose. We call it an SOP. Unajieleza kabisa moja kwa moja. Wewe ni nani, unatokea wapi, unatokea kwa familia gani, and you provide step-by-step information of who you are, what you've been doing, and why you want to study in Australia. So any disparity information from your SOP to the information provided in the forms for genuine student assessment, genuine student assessment, if there are any disparities and if there are any lies, kama kuna uongo, then you do not get the visa. And also we have referees. Kuna watu ambao lazima upeane information yao wakuonyesha ya kwamba they can back up this information and the information you're providing is true. If that person maybe is not reachable, ama if wakipokea simu na waseme mambo ambayo yanakinzana ama yapo tofauti na mambo ambayo ulipeana, ina maana ya kwamba hujasema kweli. Na hiyo anayeshughulikia kesi yako, they find a reason to deny the visa. Another important thing is the bank statement. Why is this important? It is because as a student you have to prove that you have the financial capability to study in Australia seamlessly. So if your bank statement is not genuine, or if it is fake for some reason, then that is reason enough to be denied the visa.
Because you have to put into consideration that technology has really progressed, so they have means and ways of finding when the document that was submitted is not genuine.
You're right. And one thing I've noticed about that is the bank statement might be genuine, but there is no explanation of where the funds are coming from. You might have the money in the account, but they are not seeing the money, the cash flow, the money in and the money out. It is just a ledger.
It's just,
So, and maybe you have, like, for example, the 50,000 Australian dollar in the account, maybe it is a loan, and you're not saying that this is a loan. Or you're not saying that this money is coming from a sale of land that was purchased. For me, it came from a parcel of land that was sold. So what did we attach? We attached the title deed. We attached the land sale agreement, and then now we attach the money in the account. It showed directly it is coming from the person who is in the agreement. So everything has to be meticulous. I'm sorry to say that. Kila kitu kinatakiwa kiendani, because at the moment we are receiving a lot of visa refusals. Ina maana ya kwamba kama wanafunzi ama the prospective students, we have to be genuine in terms of what we want to do and the information we provide to avoid the cases. And the other thing is health. Afya yako, I'm not saying that I had the best health, but lazima uonyeshe ya kwamba una afya nzuri, na kama una afya nzuri, like in Kenya through the IOM, for example, if you have TB, they will take you through the treatment process. You get treated, and after that, you will be fine and you'll be good to go.
Oh, yeah, that's one thing I also wanted to ask. Let's say, for instance, you go for your medical test and they pick up that you have TB and some of other diseases that they don't want you to have, on is like hepatitis, tuberculosis, like HIV and stuff like that. Let's say, for instance, you have TB. I think you've answered already that question, because they won't grant you the visa. I think they will have to send you back to go on treatment, and once you've passed that, then you can get back to them. Is that correct?
For TB, yes, I know of someone who was found with TB and they were treated, and then they got their visa, and they're in Australia.
Because the treatment for TB takes about 9 months.
Yes.
So in that period of time, do they put your application on hold?
I do not have correct information. I don't want to give information that is not true. I don't have accurate information if they put it on hold, but I'm sure that person is in Australia and I know them. They are here. But if you are on treatment and it shows that you are in treatment, I know this is a friend of mine who now came, and just recently he's been cleared because he had to go to the city here. Through a medical center in the city that is trusted, and then they cleared it. It's now okay. Yes. Wow. So this is not to. It's not like you when you have a disease then you cannot come. I think you just have to show that you are on treatment, and that will be enough. But specifically in terms of the medicals and everything, I do not have the best information to provide.
They can find that on the Home Affairs website, I think.
Exactly, or they can be best advised by their agents.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
And what's the time frame, because once you apply for the visa, for some people they'll be there, like they don't want to go through the process quicker and stuff like that. What's the time frame for one to get the visa?
In my experience, it took 1 month. After I completed, after I completed my medicals and everything, after I submitted everything, it took a month. It will take up to 2 months because maybe there's a backlog and you never know the reasons. But I think it is stipulated in the Department of Home Affairs, the wait times for the visas. But during the time that I was coming, it was 1 month. It took 1 month to wait. And I know that, it is a period where you, like as a student, as a prospective student, you're very anxious. It's about exercising patience. It's just to be patient.
Now, when it comes to choosing the course, because it has to be in line with what you've done back home. Now, most of the people, from experience, they just don't want to come in and study. They want to come study, finish, and stay here. What would you advise to people who want to come study and after that stay here in Australia, find a job and start their future here?
Okay. At the moment, I wouldn't have a lot of experience in that, and I wouldn't speak on that.
Yeah.
But there are pathways.
Yes.
There are pathways that people can use to migrate, but I do not have enough information about that. Yeah.
Because if you wanna stay here after studying, you need to choose something that has a pathway to permanent residency.
Exactly.
And that's the point that I want to put across for people that want to come here, study. After you're done with your studies, you find work and you stay. So if you have that in mind, you need to choose was this a subject or studies that are going to allow you. So you need to choose something that has a pathway to permanent residency.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. That's correct.
That's really good.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if you want to move to that scholarship part of it, so while you're waiting for your what's called again, your student visa.
Yes.
Was the student visa granted to you before you apply? Before you got your scholarship, or how did it go? Because you got your student visa after a month.
Yes, you're right.
And in the meantime, you had already your scholarship application ongoing, which you're waiting for them to come back to you.
Yes, you're right. So I applied for the scholarship on the 31st of May. And I waited for it until the 3rd of August at around 10 a.m. That's when I got my scholarship. And at around 4 p.m. the same day I got my visa.
What? Can you repeat that?
So I got my scholarship at 10 a.m. on the 3rd of August. And I got my visa at 4 p.m.
Wow. So on the same day?
Yes.
Wow, that's really amazing.
And that's why I tell you that my story was and still is the work of God.
Yes. On the same day you got your scholarship and your visa.
Yes.
So you had to make a choice, which I'm sure was very easy because you have to choose.
I just had to book a flight.
Wow.
Yes. And I arrived, in 2 days I was in Australia.
Wow. So the scholarship covered everything.
I had to pay for the first semester of studies, which had already been paid.
Yeah. Which you paid already with your student visa?
No.
Before you got your scholarship?
No, which you have to pay your school fees before applying for the visa.
Yes.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You paid already for the school fees before the visa was granted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is the process. Before you get a confirmation of enrollment, before you apply for the visa, you have to pay the school fees for the first semester.
Wow.
Yes. So in case you get a visa denial, the school fees will be refunded back to you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, I thought maybe once you refuse the visa, you don't get your money back. Okay.
You get your money back. Yes. It has happened. I have witnessed people whose visas were not granted at the time, and their money was returned back to them.
So you just paid for the application fees and all of that.
The application fees, that one is not returned. You don't get it refunded, but the school fees that you paid to the university, it is refunded.
It is refunded to you.
Yes.
Okay. So when you came to Australia 2 days after you were granted a visa and a scholarship, how did you organize your accommodation? Because I remember you said you had your sister here already.
Yes. So for me, I had my sister here. So through having her here, I got accommodation. But we also have platforms. For example, for Kenyans, we have a platform called Kenyans in WA, where you can just reach out, or your agent can help you to get accommodation, or universities. The university that you're going to. I went to Murdoch University. Now, Murdoch University has a student accommodation that you can pay for, and you can stay within the within the accommodation for the students. And then for other universities, I'm not sure, but many universities in Perth and in Australia, they offer accommodation to students. Apart from that, you can reach out to groups. For example, if you're coming from South Africa or if you're coming maybe from Congo and you know someone here, they can organize for you to get accommodation. And this will be in terms of maybe it's a shared accommodation where you have to pay for the accommodation beforehand or on the day.
Is there accommodation on campus?
We do have for Murdoch University, yes, Murdoch University provides accommodation on campus and you get a room where you can start life with. And that is good. And the accommodation at Murdoch University, it is so great. And they do offer accommodation.
Okay, so it's separate from your school fees and all that?
Yes, it is separate from the tuition fees. Yes, so the accommodation is totally different and you have to pay for it differently. And this is why I said earlier that it is very important to choose an agent that knows what is happening and who can be able to help you. And usually because they have experience and they have students who are already here, they can be able to help you, to link you to someone who will be able to help you. And through knowing people, you know, we normally say that social capital is very important. Yes, and social capital, they are the people, the human capital. Yes, they will tell you, we don't know, but I will ask someone. And through someone, you're able to get the accommodation as a student, yes.
Okay. I think we need to take a break, and after this, we're going to continue with part 2. Don't go away. If you've watched this one already, I would like you to stay where you are, and we're going to take a break, and after that, we'll go part 2. Cheers.